to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have no clerk tonight. I'll ask council members to announce themselves for the roll call, please.
John Jones.
Josh Putnam.
James McMahon.
Dan Geyer.
Ken Walker.
Gary Colvin. Clint Steiger.
Thank you. A quorum is present. In the absence of the mayor, as mayor pro tem, I will chair the meeting again tonight. So, approval of the agenda. Are there any changes to the agenda? Okay.
That we're going to switch B and C in order of your whole business.
Okay.
Order of B and C.
Switching the order of B and C. Anything else? Oh, I'm sorry, let me back up. In the absence of the clerk, we need to appoint a scribe for tonight. I'll entertain a motion to appoint Councilmember Jones.
Second.
So moved by Councilmember Geyer. Is there a second?
Second.
Second to appoint Councilmember Jones as scribe. Any remarks? Comments from the audience? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Okay,
Thanks,
thank you, Councilmember. Now back to changes to the agenda. We have swapping items B and C. Any other changes? Seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
So moved.
Second.
We're moving second to approve the agenda as amended. Any remarks? Comments from the audience? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. The agenda is adopted as amended. Use the mic. I'll give you that one. All right, audience comment. I think I saw some forms on the desk. I don't have any up here. Were there any audience remarks tonight on things not on the agenda? None? It's going to be a quick night. We'll move to report. In the mayor's absence, is there anybody to give a report for him? None? We'll move on. Finance. Okay.
I don't really have anything to report at this point.
Okay. Anything from the chair? No? Okay. Any questions of the finance and report? Councilmember Geyer.
I do have a question. I was wondering when we can anticipate bank reconciliations and an updated budget.
I am currently in the process of redoing manually the financial reports for the entire year of 2012. The software program that we are processed to have is an accrual-based software, and I am having challenges that I have not been able to master in reconciling the software program to a cash basis. And so I am changing all the journal entries to cash basis and doing it manually. I do not know how long it's going to take. Unfortunately, I was out for most of 2 weeks, and I'm working on it.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions? I have one. I don't know if you saw your email today. I got an email from the Department of Revenue about business licenses. Did you get a chance to look into that yet?
I have not looked into that specific one. We did have a question from someone else about a business license last week. They were unhappy that we couldn't immediately issue one. The policy and procedure for business licenses is that they go to Public Works and Buildings for approval before they get issued. And this may be the same person, just a different person with the same issue. I'm not sure. I've got to find that out before I can give you a definitive answer, but I believe it's because the answer was we have to follow procedures, and that didn't make them happy.
Yeah.
As far as going to the state for business licensing, that's something that has been discussed in the Finance Committee, but was put on hold. It is in the process, but it has not gotten to the point of being imminent at this point.
Okay.
the research is being done.
All right. So when, after you do get a chance to look into that one, if you just let me know, or maybe Josh, or...
Absolutely.
Good, thank you. Absent anything else, we'll move on to court. Do we have statistics in the book?
No, they came in a separate email with Stephanie earlier in the week.
Okay. Public safety.
What was it?
Kelly had her stuff in last week, I think, last meeting.
That came into the last meeting.
No, I lied there, not the book.
Oh, cool.
I brought this up a few months ago. I had questions about the condition of our evidence room, and because we have no one with experience working as an evidence custodian, I hired Steve Perry, who's a recognized expert in the evidence arena. And just basically what he did was he came in, I met with him, I shared what some of my concerns were, and we agreed that he would do a spot audit and then more detailed in weapons, drugs, money, the more important areas anyway. So he spent quite a bit of time. He went over our procedures. He worked with our new custodian, Travis. And in fact, he was the instructor in a class that I had sent Travis to about, it's a week-long class, and Steve was his instructor, so they worked well together. And then at the end of the audit, Steve made recommendations what changes we needed to do immediately, and I've implemented those changes. And we are going to, in the next 6 months, just update our evidence procedures. But it was well worth, because I'm glad we got it done. So that's not real interesting reading, but there it is. Then I went to WASPIC last week in Tacoma. Councilmember McMahon was there. We chatted. That was, I don't know how much training you went through, but it was great training. They did lessons learned on that Grace Harbor shooting. The judge was stabbed, so anyway, I thought it was a great week. And tomorrow night, we are hosting a class. It's not a class, but it's another lessons learned, a debrief. In August of last year, Auburn had 2 police officers shot when they were in their patrol cars, separate patrol cars, with a shotgun from a transient during the night. And in fact, we sent Josh Hong we sent him, so he was involved. Commander Neer is a recognized expert in tactical. He put together a debrief, and it's combined with in-car video, audio, the transmissions. There were photographs. There was a ton of mistakes made. So we've invited some of our coalition members to attend, but Commander Neer is going to put on the debrief from, I think it's 4 o'clock till 7 o'clock tomorrow evening at the police department. And it's just hopes that the same thing doesn't happen next time around. that's about it. Are there any questions?
Questions? I have one. Status of vacancies, where are we at? Any progress or change there?
Yes. I was looking for applicants with the basic law enforcement academy. Well, we had one of the officers from Algona, Robert Stevens, did apply on our list. I called him in and I offered him a position, and he accepted. So his background is being done as we speak, and that he doesn't even need a day. He probably worked for us for 5 years, so he could go right to work, gets along good with our guys. He's great activity. And then there's a second person that comes out of the academy, went Thursday, and he's contacted me and wants to come to work for us, and he knows this area real well. It would be a blessing if we could not have to send somebody to the academy, but that doesn't mean they're going to get hired. I've accepted them and given them conditional offers of employment, and whether the mayor hires them or not, that's a different thing.
Josh, I see you. Josh.
Yeah, just curious, looking through this evidence assessment, there's a number of facility improvements suggested on alarming and ventilation and all that. Do you have any sort of a budget estimate for what those would cost to apply yet, or is it too early for that?
Well, it's too early, but I do know. He showed me the vent isn't going to be a big expense, and our alarm qualifies. I mean, it's maybe not accreditation standards, but it's good. And I attended the accreditation meetings over at Waspic or in Tacoma, and I mean that's our goal. We're on track. Stephanie attended them. She's going to help me get through this. So everything that we've done in this assessment meets accreditation standards. But yeah, the cost won't be much.
Okay.
Other questions?
Thank you.